Hello, kitties. Hello, my black cats. All of my confident, amazing, strong, gorgeous women out there. It is time for an episode that I will be honest with you. I'm a little uncomfortable doing this episode, but it is important. It's one of those episodes where when you are confident, when you have a strong self-concept, you can bring your best self into anything. You don't have to be the expert. You don't have to feel your best. Just show up. That is 90% of the work. That is 90% of getting the job done. Okay. So I've gone into a little bit of my history on previous episodes, or if you've been following the Who Am I podcast for the last 3 years, then you know that one of my degrees is actually in nutrition. And I actually owned apothecaries for about 7 years. And when I was owning these apothecaries, everything was based in being holistic. Everything was natural. We grew the plants in the greenhouses from Mother Nature all the way to the production of the shelf. So I learned a lot about hair and I learned a lot about skin. And I also learned about how to overcome some of those challenges that definitely have physically affected me throughout my entire life. So a little bit more background and then I'll get into it. But I grew up in the modeling industry, and it's a very harsh industry on the body. And it's a very demanding industry when it comes to your skin, your nails, your hair, even your energy levels, your digestive system. Everything was always being challenged while in the industry. And as I actually enter back in, because I'm getting signed once more into the modeling world, never thought I would do that again, but here I am exploring that once again. I just went through so much with my body, and that actually led to me getting the nutrition degree for my undergrad, and eventually led to opening up the apothecaries, which I don't regret whatsoever. It was a beautiful time in my 20s to be able to do that, and I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about others and their needs, and I've been able to really collect a vast amount of knowledge when it comes to natural beauty. So that's what I'm titling this, is basically how to become remarkably beautiful in 90 days. No matter where you're starting, no matter how you feel about your body right now, what your confidence is like, if you have acne, if you have scarring, no matter where you're at, this is how you can just completely rewrite the narrative. And I'm going to even say that maybe you didn't grow up with fortunate genes, okay? We'll be very honest. We're all going to be just raw, straight cats right here. I actually had a horrible experience in my early 20s, my late teens, where I was covered in scars. My hair was falling out. I had acne and cystic acne, and it was terrible. And I had to do this hard reset on my entire immune system, my entire life. And I still would say right now, in this moment, whether I'm older, whether I'm skinnier, whether I'm more clear, whatever you want to call it, I feel more beautiful and radiate today than ever. And that is what I want to kind of give you guys the rundown on how to achieve. Okay. This is physical, and physical does start inside the body. If you want to go a little bit more spiritual, like the Who Am I podcast, then you can say, so above is below, and so within is without, and vice versa. So what we're putting into our body matters just as much as what we're putting onto our body and what we're doing with our body. Particularly today, though, I actually got done doing a face mask to be able to kind of brighten, exfoliate, and really just take care of my skin overall. And not just my face, but also my desolate and even down towards my abdominal region, because I really wanted to bring out the tonality and just the chiseling of whenever you really start to work out your abs, or even if you've been bloated after your cycle, how you can really detox that area and let go some of that water weight. Okay. So when I started this morning, I got up kind of early. I got up at 5 a.m. If you're cringing at that, so be it, not 5 a.m. for everybody, but for me, it was 5 a.m. I love watching the sunset come over the water. That is just my jam. But I woke up and I decided I was going to make a mask that I would use in the shower because it kind of comes off a little bit more of a scrub type of mask, but it really is going to give you that bright, refreshing, energized look as soon as you come out of the shower. And what I combined was coffee, turmeric, lime juice, jasmine green tea, a little bit of honey, and then apple cider vinegar. Ooh, that one always makes me cringe because I think of the smell whenever I say it. But those together with the acidic properties and then also the exfoliation that come from the coffee and then the anti-inflammatory nature of honey really gives that brightening glow and makes your skin so soft to start out in the morning. And what you want to do right after that shower is grab some aloe vera and some ice cubes, and you're going to get that very tight look to your skin, kind of that glow shine that you hit whenever you see the lights. And what really just puts, them on it, the chef's kiss, is the fact that when you go out, you look a little bit more tan. And that's actually coming from the turmeric. It gives kind of this like golden look to your skin as well. So when you do that, it's going to help tighten up the skin. So if you feel like you have any bags under your eyes or any scarring, it kind of lifts the skin in that type of way. And that is a model secret, by the way. They never tell you these things whenever you're interested in becoming a model, or even if you're going to be on TV one day, or maybe you just want to show up to school or to work as your best self. These are some of the things that if you had a late night the night before, or if you just want to show up as your best, radiant, beautiful self, like these are model tricks. These are things that we do whenever we had like a runway show the day before, and then we turn around and we have a photo shoot because the lights are so harsh on the skin and it's like baking yourself in makeup and hair products. Which brings me to hair. You can see my hair right here. I actually still have it a little bit wet. One thing that I recommend if you want to grow out your hair long is never dry your hair all the way. Always dry it to about the 90% mark, and you're going to be very much kind of in that wavy. If you're like me, I kind of have a wavy tint to my hair or texture to my hair, but it's going to keep it from being damaged. And I'm actually about to go on a morning walk, which is part of my mental health routine. But when I go and braid it, especially with it being kind of damp still, it's going to be stronger. And then it's also going to have like a really pretty effect afterwards. So with that apple cider vinegar that makes me cringe so much is actually something I spray throughout my hair whenever I know I'm going to be out in the sun. And the reason I do that is another trick being that it smells terrible, right? We're being very honest here. But when it goes out in the sun and you're actually having the sun, it will lighten the hair a little bit, but it will also dissolve that smell, that odor. So when you finally come back, you get the shiny, pretty, glossy hair that also has like that beautiful texture and a little bit lighter, but you also don't smell like apple cider vinegar anymore. Whew. So a couple of things that would just immediately get you in the right direction. If it's morning, you definitely want to try to take your showers in the morning and not in the evening. In the evening, you can take a quick rinse, no problem, no foul. But all of the actual exfoliation that you do, you want to bring that in the morning because that is what is going to actually bring the blood to the surface and really start that anti-inflammatory process. Versus when you're resting at night, that's when I recommend more of like a cold shower or a cold plunge or even like a rinse, because now we're trying to calm the system. We're trying to make it to where everything just kind of in the parasympathetic system is activated. So you can rest, you can digest, you can process things. I kind of go with the circadian rhythm of the day. So the sun is out. So we're going for things that are like young energy or things that are going to really bring up the system, energetic things like coffee. That's why we have coffee in the morning. In fact, that's why I start with coffee, but then I get a juice right afterwards, and then it's tea all day long after that. I recommend having a complete kit of different teas. Green tea, oolong tea, You can have my favorite, which is actually Earl Grey. I know that blackcurrant isn't the best for me personally, but it really is my favorite tasting. And you need that hydration because the hydration from the teas is what's really doing it for you. If you have a lot of wounds or cuts right now, stick with calendula. That's also going to be really good for kind of healing anywhere where maybe you picked at acne or you fell down. I'm always falling down, it feels like, because I'm doing yoga all the time, or I'm working out, or I'm bumping into things. That's just kind of my way. In fact, if you are like that, my mother has a cute little thing that she's always told me since a child, where she goes, if you're super clumsy or if you feel like you're always just, falling down through this life, it's because you are an angel, or maybe you're a witch and you have one foot in this world and one foot in the next, or one foot in the astral plane. But that's a whole different topic. But it is kind of still that mystical thing that you get with being a black cat when you become attractive, when you develop that self-concept. Okay, so that's a great way just to kind of start your beauty routine. After you are applying that aloe vera and you do kind of the ice cubes, I actually will stick my little rose quartz roller in the freezer. And that way I can actually start to apply any serums, any creams, any oils very evenly on my skin. My goal for my skin, since it is acne prone and is kind of that combination factor, is I want it to breathe. I don't wear a lot of makeup. When you see me in person, especially if you come to the retreat to the Bahamas in January, which I'll go into more here in a moment, like I don't wear makeup on a daily basis. I will wear makeup for shows. I will wear makeup for any type of entertainment, modeling gigs. I'm going to a gala tomorrow, so I'll wear it there. We're going to a horse race and a ball in the opera next week, so I'll wear makeup there. November is such a busy month for me, to be honest with you. But nonetheless, when I'm not on, quote unquote, I am completely bare. Like, no products in my hair, no products for makeup on my skin. This is time to rest and repair. So with that, I'm wearing only a vitamin C cream here in a few minutes, and I'm actually putting on a collagen-based serum that has vitamin C in it as well. Because again, right now, I'm really focusing on brightening the skin and really balancing out that texture. One thing is essential if you want to really elevate that 90 days and become that more beautiful version of yourself is you need to start getting facials that are also based on massage, where they're using either the gashas or they really know the techniques where they're actually working with your skin. Right now, I'm particularly interested in finding someone that does cosmetic acupuncture because I am huge into Chinese medicine. I think it's one of the best ways holistically to take care of your skin and hair. And I really want to find somebody in Miami that does acupuncture for the face because I feel like that could really open up some doors for me personally. And it's something that as soon as I try it, I will be 100% here to tell you how to achieve it for yourself. Okay, so that's just the start of how I would begin my day. I do have lotion all over once I get out of the shower. And again, it's about getting out the door for me. It's about taking that morning walk, saying good morning to the sun, doing some meditation. Odds are, if it was a normal day for me, I'd be hopping on the yoga train. But today I have a lot to do because we do have the Bahamas retreat launch today. And I'm so excited. So all in all, come and join us. It's actually me and my business partner, Seth, combining together to give this beautiful, holistic experience that also is very geared towards entrepreneurship and self-employment and really leveling up your income while also taking care of your mind and body. So we're going to the Bahamas January 16th through the 21st. It is a 5-day excursion. Whether you are interested in just escaping for a little while, resetting, renewal, it's going to be the beginning of the year. So it's really a time to be like, what type of version do I want to step into for 2025? And then also, what unresolved business can I take care of in January from 2024 that allows me to show up as my best self in 2025? We will be doing all sorts of more fun things like swimming with pigs. We'll take a boat tour. There's also swimming with turtles. I might be able to throw in a surf lesson or two there. Of course, I will be doing morning yoga for everybody that wants to do yoga, actually on this beautiful long patio that faces the beach, that faces the ocean. That's one of the beautiful things about this villa is it actually is right on the water. So you walk out, sand, ocean. It doesn't get any better than that. So that is our morning. That is our blissness. And then I'm actually going to partner up with a personal chef that will be really providing a healthy food atmosphere because I want to teach a class on eating healthy, on nutrition, how to reset your digestive system, how to not wake up in the middle of the night with such pain because you ate something that you shouldn't have ate, or when you're super bloated because your menstrual cycle has just taken you down and made you groggy, or maybe you were just trying to counteract, those late nights, those party nights. But nonetheless, I will be doing a lot of the nutrition, a lot of the self-care, as well as the relationship work. Seth is focusing more on business and mindset and income and growth, a lot of those masculine energies. And I get to really come right as alongside him with the feminine nature and being able to restore and repair. So it's going to be phenomenal. It's available right now, whether you want to be in the penthouse or if you are just wanting to come along for the ride in whatever way possible. There's multiple bedrooms. We actually can fit up to 17 people in this entire villa. It is huge. It is magnificent. If you want to go to Air Kramer, you're going to see some photos of the beautiful place. And I'll actually be there in 3 weeks. I'm going for Thanksgiving weekend, American Thanksgiving weekend, to really capture the beauty, take some more podcasts and videos of the space to be able to share with everybody. So very excited to be able to provide that, to be able to be there in person with you all. And there will be an entire session that is focused on beauty and focused on health and really elevating it. And it doesn't matter if you are male or female in this regard. These are things that you can apply and it will still give you that radiant look, that confidence that you've been seeking, and develop it from within. So with all of that, my Black Kitties, I owe myself a walk. I owe myself some yoga. I'm going to braid my hair. I'm going to get my coffee and drink my teas. And I will check in with you guys later. Bye now.